Hi, this is River, and today I'll be reading Lesson 28 from A Course in Miracles. Lesson 28 says, "Above all else, I want to see things differently. Above all else, I want to see things differently." Today we are really giving specific application to the idea for yesterday. In these practice periods, you will be making a series of definite commitments. The question of whether you will keep them in the future is not our concern here. If you are willing at least to make them now, you have started on the way to keeping them, and we are still at the beginning. You may wonder why it is important to say, for example, above all else, I want to see this table differently. In itself, it is not important at all. Yet, what is by itself? And what does in itself mean? You see a lot of separate things about you, which really means you are not seeing at all. You either see or not. When you have seen one thing differently, you will see all things differently. The light you will see in any one of them is the same light you will see in all of them. When you say, above all else, I want to see this table differently, you are making a commitment to withdraw your preconceived ideas about the table and open your mind to what it is and what it is for. You are not defining it in past terms. You are asking what it is, rather than telling it what it is. You are not binding its meaning to your tiny experience of tables, nor are you limiting its purpose to your little personal thoughts. You will not question what you have already defined, and the purpose of these exercises is to ask questions and receive the answers. In saying, above all else, I want to see this table differently, you are committing yourself to seeing. It is not an exclusive commitment. It is a commitment that applies to the table just as much as to anything else, neither more nor less. You could, in fact, give vision or gain vision, from just that table if you would withdraw all your own ideas from it and look upon it with a completely open mind. This is reminding me of a YouTube talk by Adyashanti, where he shares about his experience with an object. It has something to show you, something beautiful and clean and of infinite value, full of happiness and hope. Hidden under all your ideas about it is its real purpose, the purpose it shares with all the universe. And using the table as a subject for applying the idea for today, you are therefore really asking to see the purpose of the universe. You will be making the same request of each subject that you use in the practice periods, and you are making a commitment to each of them to let its purpose be revealed to you instead of placing your own judgment upon it. So for today, they're suggesting that we practice 6 times for 2 minutes. So we're going to begin and practice together. So maybe just close your eyes for a minute and just feel your breath. Take a breath in and a breath out. And just repeat that a couple times. Noticing how you're feeling in your heart and in your body, where there's tension, and if there's any anxiety in the heart, and just noticing it. And then for the practice period, what we're going to do is we're going to state the idea for the day, and then we're going to look around us and apply this idea to whatever we see. It says that not only are they randomly chosen, but equal sincerity is applied to every object. So whether it's something more important or less important. Let's see. Oh, yeah, an attempt to acknowledge the equal value of them all and their contribution to your seeing. Okay, so let's start by restating the idea for the day. Above all else, I want to see differently. And then repeat this statement and fill in the object that you see. Above all else, I want to see this table. I see a table differently. And then above all else, I want to see this chair differently. So go ahead and look around you and name objects, and I'll stop us after 2 minutes. That's been 2 minutes. I just noticed at the end of my practice period that some objects that actually are bothering me in the house that have a negative attachment, like association with them. When I said I want to see this object differently, the other items, I was almost like, I'm sure behind this image is like just light, the presence of light and love, and it's just like sparkling behind the actual thought and the idea and the actual physical image. There's just pure light, right? So I'm just picturing light, and behind that bag I'm like, light. That's like, and I'm feeling it in my body. And then I look over this object and I'm like, I felt my heart like, oh, like that is not light, like underneath that object. Okay, maybe I'm projecting my idea that underneath everything is light. But for me, that's what was like coming up for me. I want to see this differently, and the image I was seeing was that underneath of that is like just kind of like light, just pure light. Yeah. So I realize in my environment I've got some objects that I don't view as the same. They're definitely not. What is it, equal? The equal value. I can't imagine, seeing through an object that, it sounds simple, so I'm just going to practice in these environments with objects that might trigger me a little bit. Maybe that will be helpful to heal. So that's a nice thing that I'm observing. And can I come back to neutrality with it? And thank you for joining me today for today's practice. We're going to practice 6 times today. So I wish you all the best in your practicing and in your journey. Take care.